Alright, yeah, have a great opening. Wish I had my roster. Anyway,
Wig.
we're up in here. Eardrum Chevy, country boy Matt. He's kind enough to help tool on my rig today. Got my hand tattooed, so can't be able to get it messed up. What we're gonna do is a dual alternator bracket today. A bracket somewhere around here. Right here, we got a dual alternator bracket. Got a pulley built onto it. Got a dual alt right there. All the hardware, the belt, wiring. Thanks to my home stock shop, the Team Deadly Hurt. Gave me the hookup. So what we're doing right now is taking the stock alternator out and the hardware, which is going to be replaced. The dual alternator bracket goes back in. Right now I'm looking for the airbag sensor fuse, which the dual alternator plugs into. It also grounds out onto this stud right here, which I actually happen to have a ground on it hooked up already, which I used for something else at one time, but I disconnected. I'll be giving you updates throughout this thing. See how it's going. We don't know how easy it is. Scott said it's pretty effing easy, so we'll find out. Matt's pretty mechanically inclined. I'm pretty mechanically inclined, and we'll get this shit done, alright? Stay tuned. Alright, everybody. So, what we did was we removed the intake coming in from the air box to the throttle body. Removed the belt and removed these 3 bolts. There's one right here, one right here, and one right here. And that's where the alternator bracket bolts onto. Next, alright, what Matt's doing is he's putting the bracket on. Let's see how the bracket lines up. Once he gets another one in there, he'll be able to remove his hands for a minute and show you what's going on with it. As you can see, that was kind of a pain in the ass to manipulate in there. So we've got it now. Just a little wiggle.
See where the belt rides on this, rides towards the inside.
And the third one goes down at the bottom. It's obviously a lot easier to get in. Alright, so we get the bracket on. It's pretty simple, just like Scott said. 3 bolts, and the bracket is on. Alright, disconnect the alt, change out that alt with the OEM alt. Put that back up. We're only going to use the OEM alt to be running the truck power. The 250, like I said, is going to the system itself. So, alright, we got them both on, both bolted up. The belt's on. It's pretty straightforward, just like Scott said so far. Everything seems to be working great. We did have a little spacer issue where we had a couple washers in the front of that bolt, and it looked like it was going to rub on the belt. So we ended up changing that out, putting all the washers in the back, leaving the bolt right up against the bracket. Should be absolutely fine. Other than that, no issues so far. We're going to hook up the relay and the power for this alternator, and it should be good to go. This is the stud we need to ground out on. We're going to find a fuse somewhere in here that we can plug into that turns on with the 12-volt ignition, which will turn the alternator on. And we're pretty much done. We got the dual alt in, the bracket on, the belt on, all wired up. Just looking for the voltmeter to test the voltage, make sure everything's good. Started the truck. It's perfect, no noises, nothing happened. Everything seems to be good with it. Got good clearance on everything. Including that bolt. Other than that, it sounds really good. Sounds really good. Big shout out to my homie Scott at Team Deadly Hertz for hooking me up. It's probably one of the coolest upgrades I've done to the truck yet. Looks badass, sounds badass, and all we gotta do is check the voltage and make sure it's badass, and then it's badass.